Hi again, another 2K Sports edition of Cactus League Baseball. Moving through the spring training, one step closer to day one regular season. Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, and John Crush. Dallas Braden will be their starter. And he gets going against these White Sox hitters. What do you think's in store?
Now, Dallas Braden out on the mound, a guy who throws to contact. He understands he's not looking for the swing and miss. He trusts his defense to make plays behind him. Throws a lot of strikes, so the hitters have to be ready to swing the bat.
Presented by Pepsi, we'll show you the lineup Ozzie Guillen's got going. John, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you take a look at Alexi Ramirez. He's one of the more exciting players in baseball. Finally got moved to his more natural position, shortstop. And I tell you what, this is a guy that can excite you in a lot of ways. He can hit for power, he can hit for average, and he's not a big guy, but I tell you what, he can generate some power in that frame.
And it's Juan Pierre now to lead it off.
For the Chicago White Sox, left fielder, number 6, Juan Pierre.
The pitch, liner towards the hole. Here's a look at the A's on defense. Now, Steve, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, Gary, they rely on the consistency of Kevin Kuzminoff at third base. He has very good reactions and a strong, accurate throwing arm.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez. Lifetime 1 for 3 off Braden. A swing and a miss. Ramirez, strike one.
Well, you have to be ready for something hard, and this guy wasn't anticipating it. That's why he was late on that two-seam fastball.
Lines this one to the left side, out of play. Slider in there and gets him looking 2 down.
Well, that's what you want is efficiency. You always want to try to retire a hitter on 3 pitches or less. If you can get it with the strikeout, you'll take that too.
And Paul Konerko to bat. 2 outs and nobody on. Swings at that first delivery. Curveball by him, 0-1.
Looking to build offensively off his last game where he had a couple of RBIs and trying to carry that into this one as well.
Strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes. Konerko now will look to tighten up that zone.
Well, that's just textbook pitching right there. Exactly where you want to put.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws on to first. Side is retired. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. And first chance coming up for the Athletics. And doing the pitching, it'll be John Danks. He's going to start for Chicago. Steve, what do you think the strategy is going to be today as he goes against Oakland?
As a hitter, when you face John Danks, you have to be patient. You know he's a guy that wants to expand the zone, but he'll give up a walk and he'll give up a home run. So hitters' counts are critical. Work the count, get that 2-0 pitch, that 3-1 pitch, and then sit on the fastball and look to drive it.
Here's Davis's first look. Swings and misses. The good change right there. 0-1. He's hitting .333 lifetime off the White Sox. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Danks. Strike 2 at the knees. 0-2.
Now the pitcher's way ahead. He's got some room here now to play with some pitches. Don't be too fine giving him something good to hit.
Swing and a miss on the breaker. 1 down.
Let's see the pitch in the K-cam. It was a 12-6 curve.
Well, sometimes you get fooled so badly, there's just nothing else you can do but hope and pray that you put the ball in play, hopefully foul, to get another pitch to hit.
And it's Coco Crisp now.
Well, John Danks is a left-handed pitcher, kind of in the mold of a Mark Burley. Left-handers, they both keep the ball down the zone. They pitch with movement. Danks' fastball a little bit better. He can reach the low to mid-90s on occasion. Thing is, though, 28 home runs given up. He needs to keep the ball in the ballpark, and then you'll see his win total go up from 13 to a lot higher than that.
That is a strike. Crisp, good contact hitter. He'll try and bat on ball here. Certainly for Danks, One of the problems is learning to stay out of that too fat part of the strike zone. Sometimes he just puts pitches right down the middle and really doesn't have to because he's solid enough to keep the ball down low most of the time.
Well, he really is, and he has such great mechanics, too. I mean, he and Mark Burley, they're very similar when you watch him pitch. If it was just a silhouette of him, you'd think that it could be either one of them on the mound that particular day. But he does give up a lot of home runs. And like you said, he needs to be able to find corners more. When he does, he'll be more consistent and a bigger winner.
Slider just misses 1-0. Here's the pitch. Suzuki, he'll make contact and will foul that pitch away. And the changeup, 1-2 now.
This is why changing speeds is so important for a pitcher. You get the hitter off balance, even more effective when it's down in the zone.
And the 1-2 pitch from Danks. And Kurt Suzuki swings and misses, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down this half inning. And it'll be the White Sox. It's a nice day here, a little bit on the chilly side, but certainly not enough to detract from the game.
Carlos Quentin.
And it's Carlos Quentin in the box now. He's got the best average in the division. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. The pitch. And strike 2. Braden has him right where he wants him.
Well, I tell you what, for a two-seam fastball, he had some good movement and good pop on that one. Batter swung late.
That one's low. Quentin does not go after. He delivers. Swinging a drive, deep left center. And that's in there. The White Sox get a man on. Off the wall on a hop. He stops at second. That will be a double. He's in scoring position now with nobody out.
Gordon Beckham.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it, get a good part of the bat on the ball, and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. Here it comes. Catcher can't control it. And here he goes now for third. The pitch. That one's drilled to short. And Beckham set down.
Let's take a look at last year's rankings and see how the Oakland Athletics fared. Fourth in stolen bases, fifth in hitting with runners in scoring position, and they were in the top 10 in hits, a lineup that was able to make a lot of contact and put the ball in play.
That's hit foul by Rios. Hit hard to second. And Ellis picks it up. So Rios is set down.
Well, he gets the man over to third base, but with 2 outs now, it doesn't help much, but at least 90 feet closer to scoring.
2 outs and a runner on third. Hit sharply towards the hole. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. White Sox still looking for a run. And it's Jack Cuss now. He'll start the home half of the second.
Number 32, Jack Cuss.
There's a swing, fly ball down the line and left. This one towards Pierre. He gets it in, puts it away, shallow left.
Third baseman, number 5,
Kuzmanov at the plate.
Kuzmanov.
Nobody on base, 1 away. There's a strike from Danks, now 0-1. He deals. That swung on and hit. Quentin's going to play it. Out number 2. And Mark Ellis. Lifetime 1 for 11 off John Danks. 2 outs, bases empty. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Here's Danks with a 1-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch. That's a cutter in there. 1-1.
And you can throw the ball down to the zone with that kind of movement. It can be very effective.
That ball swung on, hit. Rios to field it. And Oakland their first hit. State Farm, a look at the teams who recorded the most steals from last season. Rays number 1. Second, the Rangers. The Angels third. The A's fourth. And it's the Red Sox number 5.
But there's nothing like the stolen base. To me, as a guy who couldn't steal a lot of bases, it is still fun for me to watch because I love watching these guys, the way they tinker with the pitcher, the way they make the pitcher work, and that cat and mouse game between them, the pitcher, and the catcher, about pitch outs and everything else, makes it so exciting to watch. And this team, one of the best in the league last year at stealing bases.
Pazos, and now the 1-0. Swung on, line softly towards center. And it's through. That's a base hit. Ellis is headed for third. Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can.
Well, even though they lost the last game, he had 2 big hits, and that's a good sign if you're the manager of this team, that he's starting to swing the bat really well.
Runners at first and third with 2 away. He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike 1. Hut shot towards the hole. Base hit through the infield. Runner should score. Situations repeating themselves here. A chance to produce, and they are.
Well, this is exactly how you plan a game. You make sure you take advantage early in the game, get that offense going to get that run on the board.
It's going to be Sweeney getting out in front. Any time of the ball game you want to do that. Now you try and build on it.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at bats right now and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
Now 0-2. Danks with some pitches to play with. And it may be early going. They've got a chance to maybe put this ball game away and put a little defeatism on the other side. Well,
what I really like is their approach at the plate. They're waiting for their pitch, and when they get it, they're driving it, taking advantage of every mistake the pitchers make.
A strike here in the second, getting a run across. Oakland with the advantage, 1-0. Leadoff batter will get a shot at it later on in this inning. And Mark Teahen to bat.
Third baseman, number 24, Mark Teahen.
Pitch on the way. Hit sharply towards the hole. He's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
That's a well-executed play right there, Gary. Hustled over, got to first base, touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strikeout there, but he's involved in the out anyway. Base is empty, 1 out. Swung on, line softly toward the left side. And that's a base hit. Kotsay on at first. So Juan Pierre will come up.
Well, little action going right now for this team. A single here with one out. Little bit of momentum. Let's see if they can bring him across.
One out. Runner on at first. And Pierre ready for the first pitch. That's hit foul by Pierre. On the way. Hit up the middle. And he'll go back to first.
At the plate.
Well, you got to like what's going on there. Let's take a look at that one again.
Well, outstanding play. Everybody moving in unison.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez. Over the course of last season, a very good .294 against the A's. Now the first pitch. Swings a little early that time, 0-1.
Well, a great pitch right there. Threw him that slider, hit her just out in front of it. Swung early, came up empty.
Swung on, liner to right. And Sweeney puts that away to retire the side. No runs at a base hit. They leave one man on at first. A's not letting this lead get away. There's Bob Guerin, the manager. He has to be happy with the work on the mound, especially that last inning. Insurance run so important. Davis into the batter's box. He's our first batter, home half of the third inning. And Przinsky calls for the pitch. Hit up the middle. And that's a base hit. Davis on board. That'll bring Coco Crisp to the plate.
Well, you would have to think with the speed that's on first base right now that they'll put him in motion to try to make things happen here in this game.
One of the best base stealers in the AL. Danks gets set and delivers. First pitch, a fastball. That's in there for a strike.
Look, with his speed, he's the kind of guy that could bunt for a base hit even with 2 outs and then try to steal himself into scoring position.
Taps this one foul off to the left. Swung on, hit, and they just tried to hold him there at first. And you know something? This one deserves a second look.
Well, we're going to be seeing that one over and over again in the highlight reels. Great heads-up play.
And Suzuki's in the box.
Well, Kurt Suzuki had a pretty good year in 2009 for the Athletics, hitting .274, and for a catcher to steal 8 bases, 28 walks. That's something he's going to have to improve on, though, because he needs to get on base more. This whole team has to get on base more if they're going to be competitive in the West.
Well, they've got to keep an eye on Davis over there because he can run.
We'll see Konerko holding him in there. Strike 2. Now no balls, 2 strikes. Kurt Suzuki doesn't want a K here. Kurt Suzuki, one of the most agile of players working behind the plate. He's a tremendous target giver for his staff.
On the Oakland Athletics pitchers, they need a catcher like Kurt Suzuki because they have such a young starting pitching staff. They rely on him tremendously, and he does a great job at calling games.
There's Davis running. And he's in there at second base.
A good 2-strike fastball in on his hands. He couldn't pull the trigger.
No balls, 1 strike. Here's Dank. And with 2 strikes on him, Cuss does not want to add a K.
All the pressure on the hitter right now. He knows that he has to protect the plate in order not to strike out.
Tried to get him to go after that slider, but it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That one is hit well. Quentin's there. It's down, a base hit. And Davis is home. Production opportunities. Oakland's opening that door wider.
pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate, and the hitter handled it perfectly.
That's one of those where you've given in by making a bad pitch and really made it much easier for the hitter.
Yeah, he's better than that. Fair done.
First pitch is a changeup, looked at 0-1. Lifetime, he's hit 2 for 7 off the White Sox. Swung on, line softly to the right, and it's through. Base hit for Kuzminov. Cust is going for it, and Cust will score. Well, the rally here energized every new opportunity they take advantage of. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
And Ellis settles in. First pitch. Hit in the air to center field. And another hit. They're really gunning right now. Kuzminov scores.
Now he's surrendered 3 straight hits. He's got to bounce back and get this guy. He needs an out.
Pennington's in the batter's box. Steve, we've seen them continue to charge it up at the plate, and it doesn't look like they're going to be stopped.
That last hit puts a little bit more daylight in this lead right now, Gary. They keep packing on early.
Towards center field. Rios will field, and that'll put him on another hit. Oakland in a nice position here to capitalize.
They're just teeing off right now. 4 straight hits, and clearly this offense is locked in.
So Derek Barton, RBI chance. And in this matchup, Lifetime, 3. He's running, heading for second. And the throw. And he is safe at second. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Danks. Tried to get him to go after the slider. 1-1.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
1-1 delivery. A fastball taken for a strike. 1-2.
Well, good life on this fastball as he just buries it down and away.
Swing and a line drive. And that ends the half inning as Ramirez makes the play. John Danks laboring through this one. And it'll be the White Sox. And Paul Konerko to lead it off.
First baseman, number 14, Paul Konerko.
And he starts Konerko out. Takes a swing at that fastball. Can't connect. 0-1.
Look here, we're into the 4th inning right now, and as you start to flip the lineup over again, they've only gotten 2 hits, so they're going to have to really evaluate what they should be looking for at the plate, and maybe they need to be a little bit more patient and make them work.
And he ends up at second. That's a double.
Well, a great leadoff double right there. No outs in the inning. Now, let's see if they can bring him across.
RBI opportunity right here for Carlos Quentin. Just 1 hit, 14 ABs last year against the A's. First pitch, and he misses the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, a lot of times movement will fool a hitter, but it looked like right here the velocity on that pitch was what caused him to swing and miss and be late.
And strike 2. Braden has him right where he wants him. Now a swing and a shot toward second. Though Quentin is retired.
Good piece of situational hitting right there. Man on second. You got to get him to third. Even with the out, he does it. Good piece of baseball.
And Beckham's in the box.
You talk about Gordon Beckham and the fact that in his rookie season he hit .270 in 2009. That tells you that this kid has a lot of discipline at the plate.
And that gets down. And Konerko to cross the plate. So the rally here energized every new opportunity they take advantage of.
51.
Beckham made his debut in June, and it certainly didn't take long for him to be recognized around the majors.
Which certainly did, and you talk to White Sox personnel, and they think that he could be a guy that they can build a team around.
And on second, one away. And he starts Rios out. Swung on and hit. This one to Crisp. 2 away.
Now coming to bat for the Chicago White Sox. Catcher, number 12.
Chance to drive in a run, A.J. Pierzynski. For his career, .254 against the A's. 2 outs and a runner on second. Swings and hits this one deep down the line and left. This one fielded. Davis. And there's the third out. Well, they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. The White Sox, they're not going to concede this. They've made a pretty good chunk out of that lead. And here's Ryan Sweeney leading it off. 0 for 1 thus far.
Number 16, Ryan Sweeney.
First pitch to him. Checks his swing that time, but it's still a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Danks. Tian. And Sweeney is retired.
Oakland Athletics left fielder
Davis into the batter's box.
The Rajay Davis is a guy who has the potential. He's a speed guy, a burner, a great defender, but can he put together a full season of hitting major league pitching? Yet to be determined.
And Pierzynski calls for the pitch. Cutter just misses. 1-0. Rajay Davis is one of those players defensively you love to watch. He covers a lot of ground in the outfield.
And a lot of times when a guy's not hitting, even if he's struggling, he can still help his team. And Rajay Davis makes that pitching staff a lot better because he can track balls in the outfield.
Davis making contact, but he'll foul that one away. And the 1-2 hit up the middle.
now coming to bat for the
That's a
Oakland
huge
Athletics.
out right there. You think maybe you're not going to get to it, but he's able to make a tremendous play on it, Jerry.
And Crisp is batting. He's the best base stealer right now in the division. Base is empty and 2 down. And here's the first one. That pitch is not going to be in there from Danks.
The guy that gets them going offensively, he can move on the bases and seems to find a way to get in scoring position.
1-0 on the way. Swung on, missed by Crisp. Count is even.
Well, looking for a bounce-back performance today. Some disappointment after last game, striking out twice.
Takes a swing at that fastball, doesn't get to it. 1-2. Strike 3, Crisp right through it. Not a lot of action in this half inning, nothing on. Athletics 4, the White Sox 1.
Fifth inning.
Look at the manager, Ozzie Guillen.
Third baseman.
He knows he's going to have to get more innings like that last one and have some production to tie this one up. And here's Mark Tian leading it off. He delivers. That one swung on, hit in the air deep to left field. That one, a one-hopper off the wall. Stops at second. 2-bagger.
The Chicago White Sox.
Well, what a great swing right there. Anytime you can put yourself in scoring position with no outs, you're looking for big things to happen.
Base runner at second with nobody out. Here's the first pitch to Kotsay. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
but once you make the decision to swing, you have got to swing the bat. He waited a little too long. He wanted to swing a little earlier. His indecisiveness, though, caused him to swing late and miss it.
The throw. They score the run. Openings for this lineup offensively. Don't give it to them now because they are hot.
6-1 Pierre.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
Swing and a miss, Pierre, strike one.
Well, when you fall behind, you can't look at it like you have to get it all back at once. Get a little bit at a time. That's what they're doing now, just 2 away from tying this thing up, Gary.
This one's grounded hard up the middle. Pennington, 1 away.
Well, he got him over. Not exactly the way you want to do it. You'd prefer you'd hit the ball to the right side, but at least able to advance the runner. Now on third base with less than 2 outs, a sac fly can score him.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez.
And Alexi Ramirez is a guy who can do a lot of things offensively. Kind of like an Alfonso Soriano guy. A guy who can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but he can also hit for a high average.
The pitch. Swing and a shot down the left field line. And there's the RBI. Ramirez picks up the hit. Alexi Ramirez, first seen in the 06 World Baseball Classic. He had an impressive series. A lot of scouts hoped, and the White Sox were the ones that got him.
Well, and he started out in 2008 as their second baseman. 2009, he got switched to shortstop, his more natural position, and he seemed to handle it very well.
1 out with a runner at second. And he starts Konerko out. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. So they can't make the play.
Well, listen, it's all about advancing base runners in the game. You got to make plays defensively, but that error cost him, and he came out of his hand wrong, and the ball sailed on him.
Here's the pitch. Hit hard to second. Out. 2 down here in the inning. And Ramirez is home.
Boy, what a good offensive team. Finding a way to get the runners in. Take advantage of the opportunities when you have them. That's a good offense.
Carlos Quentin at the plate with 2 away. Wow, Steve, has this offense come through in a big way? Now they're gaining some confidence.
That's a good piece of hitting we saw right there, Gary. Quality at bat. Coming up with a big hit to tie this one up.
There are big at-bats, and that was one of them. Here's the pitch, and he fouls another one off. Hut shot towards the hole. That's going to bring Gordon Beckham up. Boy, I don't know in that count, Steve. Number one, the fact that he swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an 0-2 count, you have to protect the plate. Sometimes it's a defensive swing, but sometimes it works out.
And on the mound, we've got Brad Ziegler as they make the pitching swap. Doubled homer run in his last at bat. It's 0-1 as he swings and misses at that fastball.
Well, you have to be ready for something hard, and this guy wasn't anticipating it. That's why he was late on that 2-seam fastball.
He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. They pick up 4 hits in the inning and 3 runs across the plate. And the Athletics coming up next. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crunk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And Suzuki's in the box. First pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. Throw is not in time, and that will be an infield single. That will bring up Jack Busk.
Well, as a pitcher, there's absolutely nothing you can do about this. You hate these type of hits, but he makes a great pitch. The ball just hit in an absolute perfect spot where no one can get to it in time to beat him on the throw to first.
And Danks outside the zone for a ball.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. One-two pitch coming. And that one swung on and missed by Jack Busk.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
One out, man on first. Danks gets set and delivers. Kuzmanov swings and misses. Strike one.
Well, he has an outstanding changeup, Gary. That pitch that keeps the hitters off balance at the plate.
No balls, 1 strike. Here's Danks. And it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can.
Oh, this is great patience at the plate. He lets the ball get deep in on the plate, comes in toward his hands, keeps his hands inside the ball, and drives it the other way.
You make yourself a whole different ball player if you can take the ball the other way as he just did. Here's a swing and a line drive. And it's caught by Ramirez. And the runners will have to hold at first and second.
Well, he keeps the runners right where they are, so now he's just an out away from working his way out of danger and keeping this game tied.
Pennington's in the batter's box.
Hit one out of the ballpark last time out. Look for him to have some momentum coming into this game now, feeling good about himself.
Now 0-2, Danks with some pitches to play with. Liner towards the hole. Oakland in a nice position here to capitalize.
Well, he's having himself a day right here in this one. 2-out hit right there. That's his 3rd hit of the game so far.
2 outs, bases loaded. And here's the first one. Danks gets him to swing and miss for a strike. Now Przinsky positions himself. Looping curve breaks outside, even at 1. Swinging and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Struck him out. That's number 8 in the game. John Danks comes off the mound, pitching well. 8 strikeouts for him. Top of the 6th coming up here on 2K Sports. Due up 6-7-8 in the lineup. There's the skipper, Bob Guerin. He's got to be thinking about jumping out in front here. His ball club a great position to do so if they can get on the board next. And Alex Rios to lead off. And he starts Rios out. Line towards second. Ellis able to pull that one in.
You know, sometimes you have to hit them where they're not. That was a shot right there, but he hit it right to the second baseman for an out.
It's going to be Przinsky.
Well, A.J. Przinsky put together a pretty solid season for the White Sox in 2009, hitting .300. He doesn't strike out a lot. He's a contact.
Hit sharply towards the hole. That brings up Mark Teahan. A.J. Brzezinski, you look at the size and you think you're going to get a lot of big power numbers from him. But that has not been the case. He's really more of an on-base percentage guy.
He's an on-base guy. He works counts. He makes pitchers work, and he has the ability to inside out the ball the other way. Yeah, a guy that big, you think, you know, he's going to hit 400 or 500-foot home runs, but he's not. He's a singles hitter. He's an opposite field guy too.
Ziegler sets and throws. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. The second for one. And they turn the double play. So no runs on one hit and nobody left on. White Sox 4. Athletics 4. Bottom part of the order will get their chance offensively. And here's Ryan Sweeney leading it off.
Right fielder, number 16, Ryan Sweeney.
Danks gets set and delivers. Beckham. And Sweeney is retired.
Oh, it's a nice play right there. Great effort by the second baseman to get over, make the play, and a nice accurate throw to first.
One out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike from Danks, now 0-1.
Oh, it's a quality fastball right there, just pounding the strike zone down and away. He had no chance to put that one in play.
And the pitch taken, first strike by Davis. That pitch is not going to be in there from Danks. Ground ball towards second. Beckham. And that sets down Davis.
Center fielder.
And Coco Crisp to bat. He's the top 10 in stolen bases for the league. Bases empty with 2 outs. Here's Crisp. First look. Can't get him to chase it. That's low. Ball 1.
He's the guy on this team that they go to. If they need the stolen base, he's the man.
Good cut fastball in there, 1-1. Last year, just an 0 for 1 off John Danks. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. Gets down. The go-ahead runs on base. So Kurt Suzuki will come up.
Well, the last thing you want to do is have a quick inning. That 2-out hit right there will prolong the inning. Great piece of hitting.
Runner on first, 2 away. Here's the first pitch. Suzuki, he'll make contact and will foul that pitch away. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Danks. And Kurt Suzuki watches that one go by. That'll even up the count. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Kurt Suzuki not making contact, and that will even up the count. Suzuki, he'll make contact and will foul that pitch away. Got him. 9th strikeout of the game. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. And it'll be the White Sox. End of the order, ready to do some work at the plate. Quick look at Ozzie Guillen looking up. And no doubt happy with the last inning on the mound. Now that focus is going to be on some good ABs. And it's Mark Kotsay in the box now. Here's the first pitch to Kotsay. That one swung on its line. 1 down.
Now, first base can be the hot corner too, and that was a hot shot to first, but he was able to get up in spirit for the out.
1 out, nobody on. Ziegler sets and throws. Swinging a ball, pop foul down the right field line. Good patience as Juan Pierre lets that one go by for a ball. It's even.
On a two-seam fastball down on the way, trying to get the hitter to roll his hand.
Hit in the air to left center. And Pierre is retired. 2 down.
Well, this ball was headed to the gap, but the left fielder got a good jump on it, able to run it down and make the play.
And Ramirez settles in, first pitch. And he can't make contact on Ziegler's delivery.
Well, right there, you can just tell that the hitter was absolutely fooled on that pitch. Nothing you can do. You try to reach out and just put it in play, but he swung through it.
The slider swung on and missed, struck him out, side gone. And they aren't able to make any noise here in this half inning. White Sox 4, Athletics 4. Big bats ready to make an appearance. And here's Jack Cuss. He'll start the home half of the 7th.
Number 32, Jack Cuss.
Here's the first pitch to Cuss. That pitch is not going to be in there from Danks.
Well, the starting pitcher right now is over 80 pitches, and this is a time when the manager and the pitching coach have to keep an eye and see if his velocity is dropping. If it is, you might want to think about getting him out.
The 1-1 pitch. 1-1 is a cutter that misses. 2-1. Now a swing and a shot toward second. And that'll retire Cuss.
For the Oakland Athletics, third baseman.
Kuzminoff at the plate. 2 for 3 thus far. Bases empty with 1 away. First pitch. That pitch is not going to be in there from Danks.
Good action on that cut fastball down in the zone. Hitter just laid off.
Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground towards second. Back up. And so Kuzminoff retired.
For the Oakland Athletics, second baseman.
And it's Mark Ellis at the plate. Lined out last time up. Base is empty and 2 down. And Ellis settles in, first pitch. Fastball just misses. 1-0. Well hit towards the middle. Fielded by Ramirez. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So John Danks gets him 3 up, 3 down. 8th inning of baseball coming right along. And the 3-hole will be coming right up. And Paul Konerko to lead it off.
First baseman, number 14, Paul Konerko.
And he starts Konerko out. Swing and a rocket toward short. And that is in there. The go-ahead run on base.
Now batting.
Well, a great job right there by the first hitter in this inning to get on base. And you know, a lot of big innings are started with that first guy getting on. And you have 1 or 2 big innings in a game, and that can be the difference in the outcome.
Ziegler sets and throws. Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. And it's off the wall in right center.
Now batting.
We talk about a guy who's swinging it right now as good as anybody. That's his 3rd hit of the ball game thus far. Let's see if this can mount a rally with nobody out.
Here is the opportunity for the youngster Gordon Beckham. A great opportunity for him and the Sox. 2 men in scoring position, still no one out. The first pitch. Swing and a line to left. 1 down. And the runners will have to stay put, second and third.
Well, it's a big first out right there, but he finds himself still in a jam, in a tie game. Going to be absolutely critical to be aggressive with the next hitter.
It's Alex Rios. Over 3 at-bats last year, 2 times a hit of Ziegler. It's fouled off. Pitch on the way. And it's hit well off the bat of Rios. This one fielded. Davis has runners on the move. And they bring him home and take the lead in time for the out at second. So they pick up a run on 2 hits and leave no one on. The White Sox leading now. They've got the momentum. Pennington's in the batter's box. He'll start things off. Bottom half, 8th inning. First pitch on the way. First pitch is a curveball outside, 1-0.
Well, you go to the 8th inning right here, and obviously the game getting much shorter here. 2 innings left in this one, and you've got the 1-run lead, but you have to go out there and
line softly to center field, and it's in there. The tying run on board.
Well, they just can't figure out a way to get this guy out. That's now 4 hits for him in this game.
It's going to be Barton. Struck out swinging last time. Runner on first. No one out and a runner on first. Now the first pitch. Now here's a grounder towards the hole.
Now batting.
You want your hitters to go with the pitch. Don't try to force things. The ball's away. He drives it away.
Use the whole part of that plate and the whole part of that bat. He did.
Kids, you want to learn how to hit? That's how you do it.
RBI chance. Ryan Sweeney looking to make contact. Hasn't gotten a hit yet today. We'll see what he can do here. Here's the first pitch. Got the bat on that one, and Pierre's there. 1 away now. So our State Farm leaderboard will look at the teams who hit best with runners in scoring position last year. Number 1, the Angels. The Orioles second. 3rd spot, the Red Sox. 4th, the Twins. And 5th best, the A's.
But the last thing you want to do is give up easy outs with runners in scoring position, and this team doesn't do that. One of the tops in baseball last year at hitting.
There's a swing towards the hole, and Tian with the catch. With that, they'll hold the runners at first and second.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble.
2 down, runners at first and second. Danks gets set and delivers. And get him to chase that one outside, ball 1.
2 outs here in the 8th inning right now. I think from the defensive perspective, they need to make a play behind their pitcher because he is going to throw strikes. Do not walk somebody and allow them to try to add base runners, advance base runners, or have somebody hit one out of the ballpark next time around.
Swing and a soft liner up the middle, and he's there to retire the side. And so out of the inning, only 8 pitches thrown. That's pretty efficient. White Sox 5, Athletics 4. It's going to be Przinsky.
12, A.J. Przinsky.
Here's the first pitch. Swings and misses. The sinker, 0-1.
We're going to get a chance to see that nasty sinker ball of his. That pitch has some serious bite and action at the end.
Towards center field, and that'll put Przinsky on first.
Well, a nice piece of hitting right there. You get on base to start the inning with no outs. And you know, all it does is you want to just keep the line moving if you're the guys behind him.
Now here is Mark Tian. First one to Tian. Here's the pitch. Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1.
Well, you can tell he was looking for something hard, and he got that sinker down and in. He swung through it.
And that's a strike. Martin's going to have to take very close approach on the next one. A shot up the middle, and that'll put Tien on first.
Well, that pitch down and away is the toughest in the game to hit. Perfect pitch from the pitcher. Great piece of hitting.
And keep that in mind. Next time around, we'll see whether or not he changes up and how he throws to this guy. And doing the pitching, it'll be Craig Breslow. He's been chosen to take over out there. And it's marked. And a ground ball to Martin. And there's one. Over to first. He is safe. Almost a double play. Not quite enough time.
It's fair to say, Gary, they needed that out badly. Now he's got to come right back at him and get another one. They're down. They cannot give up more runs here this late in the game.
And Pierre ready for the first pitch. He got fooled on that one. Takes a cut at a ball down in the dirt. Strike two. Pierre now has got to be careful, but a good punch hitter.
He gets 2 quick strikes on the hitter, but he can't be too selective now. He's got to go right at him.
And Juan Pierre misses strike 3.
But keeps the runners right where they are. Now 2 out. Not a lot of time left in this ball game. You cannot give them more runs.
2 men on, 2 men out. And Ramirez settles in. First pitch. And Pierzynski comes in.
Coming to bat for the Chicago.
You always want a cushion as you send your pitcher out to try to shut down the game. That hit delivers a run, and now it's a 2-run game. I think they have the margin they need to hold on to victory.
Here is Paul Konerko. So the direction here, Steve, for this lineup, just stay in charge. Right now they are.
Well, my friend Gary, that's a perfect example of clutch hitting we saw right there. He got the job done in the critical situation. They go up by 2 in the 9th. Again, protecting their pitching when they go to the bottom of the 9th.
The 1-0 now. Swing and a miss. Konerko not making contact. That'll even up the count. And have really made this an exciting ball game, and it's not often done that you come up with those kind of runs in the 9th inning.
Well, and you're right, but I mean, you know what? They've got a chance to add on some more runs right here. And now the pitching knows they go to the bottom of the 9th with the lead and a chance for a win.
Shot back to first. Base hit, chance for 2. Kotsay will try and score. And Kotsay crosses the plate.
Coming to bat for the Chicago.
Well, that's another insurance run for them right there. And now a little more breathing room as they head to the bottom of the 9th.
Here's Carlos Quentin. And they've not had to struggle here at the plate in this game. They just keep building on this lead.
No, he didn't miss out on that opportunity, and now that hit cements a 3-run lead in the top of the 9th.
We've talked about how he's been seeing the ball so well today, and that has continued on here into the late innings. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
Wow, that kind of hit.
Line fair down the line and right. That one headed into the corner. Going to try for at least a double. And Ramirez is home. And Konerko also home.
Coming to bat.
Boy, this lineup, you just see opportunities here, and this offensive lineup knows what to do with them.
Well, that big lead just got a little bit bigger, and I have to think this one's just about over.
And Beckham's in the box. Well, this may be one of those games where everybody comes to the plate and everybody gets on.
Well, they keep tacking on runs right here, extending the lead. That's a big hit now. They're cashing in, adding on to this lead.
They've got the engines running. This is pull-away time. The pitch. Here's a swing. Line drive down the left field line. Gone! A 2-run homer.
That pitch headed down and in, but somehow he's able to catch up to it. A tough pitch. You really have to have a quick bat to get to that one.
Man, I don't know how you get a 2-run homer on a pitch that good.
2-run homer, huh?
Andrew Bailey's going to be pitching. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. As he gets into this White Sox lineup, Steve, a little strategy.
Well, we get a chance to watch the American League Rookie of the Year from 2009, Andrew Bailey, and some kind of
drill towards the hole. Barton fields the ball, and he'll step on first to retire the side. And we saw that offense go on a rampage here. They have really opened up this ball game. White Sox continue to run away with this ball game. Bob Guerin on camera. Trying to feel what he's thinking right now. This is a very tough game. Maybe thinking about some adjustments as we move forward. Leading it off, Kurt Suzuki took a called third strike in his last time up. And we'll get to see Bobby Jenks pitching. He's been chosen to take over out there.
Well, it's about time. I mean, I don't know what they weren't seeing from the dugout. They should have gotten out of this game a lot earlier.
And the first pitch. First pitch, a slider outside, 1-0.
Well, a non-save situation right here in the 9th inning, and they just want to get outs right now. Try to get the first out of the inning. Take away hope as the other team needs.
Hard grounded to short. Fielded by Ramirez. And that sets down Suzuki.
Just having some difficulty right now trying to make up this ground, and obviously they've got a hill still to climb, and running out of time right now, only 2 outs remaining, so they've got to get something going and keep it going.
And it's Jack Kuss now. 192, that's the number last year against the White Sox. Jenks with a delivery. Misses for a ball to even things at 1.
It's a good pitch there. Tried to get him to chase it out of the zone. He just laid off.
There's a swing and a miss at the fastball. It's 1-2.
Well, he fooled him right there. That two-seam fastball has to be down in the zone to be effective, but it looked like he was looking for a different pitch.
Not a pretty pitch, no damage. The 2-2 pitch. Able to set him down there. Chalk that one up as a strikeout for him.
Number 5.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking at a fastball like that.
They set him up beautifully with the change of speed, but you still think he'd be able to at least try and take a hack.
And here's the first one. Lined up the middle. Beckham. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
White Sox win this in a lopsided victory, a dominating performance, Gary.
I think you'll agree with me. We've got a perfect choice for the Pepsi Clutch performer. Definitely a difference maker in this one, John Danks.
And for our listeners' benefit, and for you also, Gary, I would have liked to avoid some sort of cliche, but it never stops being true. You can't have enough starting pitching in Major League Baseball. And he gave a command performance today in this one, showing just why having that starting pitching is so vital.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do, but when you get this kind of offense, it's very satisfying.
Well, it also sends a message to your club and to that club that you showed up to play.
And that's going to do it for us here. For Steve Phillips, John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. Take care.